Hello there YouTube, how you doing? You good? So if you're new here, my name is Alexander and this is Our Green Agenda, and this is a bookshelf. Me and my missus' bookshelf, and the majority of those books are hers really. In fact, I think it's 50-50 actually looking at it. I can see someone up there. War and Peace. That's her book. I'm kidding, I don't own that book. It's a long book. So basically the great thing about your brain, you never stop learning, which is great. It's full of knowledge. So I'm just going to show you 4 books. Not all of them. I'll kind of graze over them so you can pause when you want. So if you want to see, I'm going to show you, pan out all the books that kind of have taught me through my gardening career and permaculture kind of, not my career, but my permaculture kind of phase of life. So first book, it's How to Grow Perennial Vegetables, Low Maintenance, Low Impact Vegetable Gardening. And perennial vegetables are underrated. Like when some people say vegetables, you just think of annuals. Whereas this is a game changer. This is a game changer book, and it's not just got vegetables in it. It tells you about nitrogen fixers, nutrient fixers, dynamic accumulators. It's a deep book, and it will show you kind of different layers and guilds and stuff, and kind of it's quite sly. You think it's just vegetables, but there's certain things that kind of tell you how to kind of plant your kind of your forest garden or your future forest garden basically. So a very good book. Next one is Edible Wild Plants and Herbs. So this is a nice book, very nicely illustrated, and we've got some of the plants in here. Like they've got what I can recognise. There's oak, there's ash, there's fennel, plantain, chamomile, nettle, you name it. So it's a lovely book. It's very well illustrated, and basically similar to the perennial vegetable book, but it's just basically plants that you'd walk past day to day, not think nothing of it. Like I don't know about planting that you can kind of use it, and they got Ramson here. I know about that one, but that's what I love this book, because I recognise some of the plants. I'm like, oh, what can you do with that? And this book will just kind of tell you what this, that, and the other. My next book is Trees for Gardens, Orchards and Permaculture, and it's Martin Crawford again. He's a good guy. He's got a lovely forest garden. I think he's got I don't know how many acres he's got, but he's like not only, but he's got a massive, like well-established forest garden. I think it's like, I don't know how many years he's had it. I think it's 20 plus years now, and yeah, he's got a lovely spot. If you want to look him up, I'm sure he's on YouTube, and this is some of his books here, and he's not got a page, I don't think. I think he's collaborated with a few other people. So yeah, just have a look at him, look him up. But anyways, this book here, because trees are quite difficult to find. Like some people kind of think, oh, I want this tree, then it mammoths their garden. And I don't feel trees should be too massive if you want to cultivate from them or crop from them, if you know what I mean, because that'd just be a pain in the arse for you. Unless you want to feed the birds too, then it's one of those things. So you can have a tree for the birds and a tree for yourself. Anyways, blabbing. This book here, it just kind of goes and tells you the ins and outs of what trees you can use, like, again, dynamic accumulators. So, for example, here we've got a dogwood up here, but you can eat those plants there. Very good plant. I'm not sure that middle, I don't know what nut that is. Enlighten me in the comments if you know. At the top right there is sea buckthorn, and there's another dogwood down here, which is another edible plant, and it's a lovely, beautiful shrub. I love dogwood. Dogwood is tough, it's hardy. It's used a lot for the councils down on the mainland, so you know it does well. Whatever the councils use in planting, you know it's a strong, hardy plant. So, yeah, a lovely book. Right, now for my last book, my favourite one of the lot. It is Integrated Forest Gardening, the complete guide to polycultures and plant guilds and permaculture system. Now, this book is a serious read. Like, take your time with this book, because it's like, you could keep going back. You couldn't read it all the way through and just have... Well, some people, I'm sure some people are like that. They can read a book and be like, I know everything now, and then carry on with it. But this is one of those great books you can keep going back to and keep learning and kind of just take your time. That's the whole thing about permaculture. You just take your time. So this book is mind-bogglingly like, wow. Like, literally, when I'm reading it, I'm like, oh. I just want to get out there and just going to get cracking with stuff. So this is, to me, how much is it? This one was $45. I don't know how much is in pounds. I put it right on the screen, but well worth it. Honestly, really good book. I'm sure, I know there's hundreds of books out there. There's hundreds of books out there which are pretty great, full of knowledge and full of fun. But it's just, I'm just speaking the ones that I have right now. So, and that's what I've learnt from. So yeah, again, this is, of all the books here, I'd say this is the one. This is the bee's knees, the dog's bollocks, mate. Also, just for your information, this is my most read book thanks to my son Cedar. I give it a 10 out of 10. It's a great read, honestly. Best time is bedtime on a Sunday night, rainy day, reading this book. Tearjerker. So there you go, YouTube. A couple of books that I like to read and like delve in. Like I said, I'm not going to just bore you and show you all my books. So I'm just going to, if you look here, you can see all the books that I'm reading. Thank you very much for watching if you got this far. Hope to see you soon, and consider subscribing if you're new here, so you get to see how I implement all this knowledge that I'm absorbing right now on our 10-acre plot in the Outer Hebrides. And yeah, peace and hugs from lovely Uist, and remember, it's not just my agenda, it's yours too.